Um, Today is a loving kindness meditation. I'll say just a little bit about myself. I used to live in York, and I started my mitra studies in York with the York Buddhist group, and I'm now continuing my mitra studies online. Although I no longer live in York, I practically live on a airplane because of work, always traveling. But yeah, I'm continuing my mitra studies. And I was very happy to help Shakyapada sort of free up at least one morning for her on Fridays. We agreed that I'm going to do the Friday morning meditation every last Friday of every month. Today, I just wanted to start with a little thought, a little insight that I had on the loving kindness meditation. For me, the loving kindness meditation has always been, good morning, hi, has always been somewhat difficult, more difficult than the mindfulness of breathing meditation. Ciao everyone. Oh, I see we have Italian speakers as well. Ciao. I won't say hi to everyone individually, but I see your messages on the chat line. Thank you for being here. So as I said, I always had a little bit of a problem with the loving kindness meditation. And a lot of people actually have this problem, more specifically with the first stage of the meditation. So the loving kindness meditation has 5 stages. The first one is the stage where you try to cultivate sense of well-wishing or well-being, of love towards yourself. And recently I realized that there is a reason why I struggled with that, and I still struggle a little bit with that phase. And it is that in the first stage, it becomes quite evident that there are really 2 things happening. On the one hand, and of course they should happen in a kind of a integrated, cohesive way. But just to clarify things, there are 2 things happening. On the one hand, you're trying to cultivate a feeling of loving kindness, in that case, in the first phase, towards yourself. So you're trying to see where this loving kindness is, and you're attending to it. But there's not only that. There's another thing that is happening in the loving kindness meditation, which is being open to receiving this loving kindness. And I noticed that for me, for instance, that was an issue that I had always chronically neglected. In my meditation, I was focusing on cultivating, on sort of generating as much loving kindness as I could. And I wasn't focusing on whether I was really open to receive it, to feel it, whether I even knew what it felt like to receive unconditional loving kindness. And I think this is something that affects a lot of people because by the habits of life, we often see love in a somewhat transactional way. For instance, we are the providers for our family, and of course, our kids love us, but our kids also need us. And so it's quite easy to look a little too much to sort of see our love within our family as a transactional thing, as a thing where they love us also because they need us. And it's quite easy to overlook the fact that there is also a love that doesn't want anything back, an unconditional love that comes from them. And really the issue there is to cultivate a habit or at least an openness to receive this loving kindness, which is there, but it takes some practice. So having said that, it's 6 minutes past 9. As usual, we will go for about 35-40 minutes. And just as a reminder, it's 5 phases for the loving kindness meditation. The first phase is cultivating loving kindness towards yourself. The second towards a friend. The third towards a neutral person. The fourth towards a difficult person. And in the fifth stage of the loving kindness meditation, we bring all of those people and actually every living being together. So I would invite you to kindness meditation. I would invite you to excuse me. I would invite you to take up a relaxed posture, relaxed and alert posture, whether it's on your chair, sitting upright, or whether you're on the floor, maybe in the lotus or semi-lotus position, or whether you're on your bed. Making sure you're comfortable, ready to relax your body, relax your mind, and arriving, really. Arriving in this moment. You're taking a little bit of time just for yourself to cultivate loving kindness and inner peace. I would invite you to relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, relax the muscles of your belly. The muscles of your belly and your diaphragm. Relax your throat. The back of your neck. Relax your face. The muscles of your forehead. The muscles around your eyes. Relax your legs. Relax your whole body. If you want, you can close your eyes and take a few deep, prolonged breaths. and become aware of the physicality of your body, arriving your body by paying attention to the points of contact of the body with the ground or the chair or your bed. Relaxing your body to gravity. Now, in the first phase of the loving kindness meditation, we cultivate a sense of loving kindness towards ourselves by paying attention where in the body this loving kindness is felt. Often people feel it somewhere in the front part of their torso, maybe around their heart center, or your belly button, or farther up in your chest. Wherever it is that you sense that feeling, even if it's very subtle, even if it comes and goes, we pay attention to that feeling. We attend to it. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. In the second stage of the loving kindness meditation, we bring to mind a friend, a person that naturally elicits good feelings in us. We bring them to mind, tune into the feeling of loving kindness wherever it is that we feel it in our body. And for a time, keeping our friend at the center of our attention, we attend to that loving kindness feeling. If our mind is racing and we find that it has gone off and it's no longer paying attention to the loving kindness feeling, if we went to our to-do list for the day or anything else, we gently bring back our attention to the feeling of loving kindness wherever it is in the body. As much as possible, trying not to get angry with ourselves or judge ourselves or create a story about the fact that we got distracted. Just practicing the art of concentration, guided concentration, which is integral to the meditation process. So, bringing back our attention to the feeling of loving kindness for our friend. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. In the third stage of the loving kindness meditation, we bring to mind a neutral person, somebody that we barely know, maybe somebody that works at the supermarket where we often go, or somebody that we see on our way to work, person towards whom we do not have particular feelings, but they are human beings as well. They too would like to be happy and whole and healthy. And so we direct our feeling of loving kindness towards them. And we see what happens to the feeling of loving kindness as we attend to it. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. The fourth stage of the loving kindness meditation is often the most difficult for many people. We cultivate a feeling of loving kindness towards a difficult person. I would invite you here to choose a person that is not too difficult, a person towards whom you certainly have negative feelings, but it would be ideal if he was also a person towards whom you also have some positive feelings. Maybe they were kind to you at some point. Maybe you saw them play with a pet and it looked endearing. Whatever it is, it's helpful if you can fairly easily find in your body, in your emotional landscape, positive feelings towards this difficult person. And what we do in this fourth stage of the meditation is we attend to the loving kindness feelings that are already there in our body towards the difficult person. No matter how little and conflicted they are, or whether they're subtle and they come and go, for a time we decide to attend to those feelings. May you be well. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you be at peace. In the last stage of the metta bhavana, the loving kindness meditation, we try to expand the feeling of loving kindness that we have cultivated towards all beings. We start from where we are, ourselves, our room, our house, and the people in our house. We try to expand our loving kindness beyond that, the neighborhood, people living near us, the entire block, if we live in a town or in a city, the entire city, everybody going about their daily routines with their worries, their hopes, their ups and downs. Really, all of them can use our loving kindness, and all of them can use their own loving kindness, and that is why we cultivate it. We expand it to our county, our region, everybody, every living being, the birds, the rabbits, the cows, the deer, whoever is there in our field of loving kindness that is expanding to our whole nation. Loving kindness doesn't have boundaries, doesn't have borders, doesn't have limited power. It can expand it over the sea, reach other nations, a whole continent. It can envelop the whole world. May all be well. May all be safe. May all be healthy. May all be at peace. And as this period of meditation draws to a close, I invite you to get back to the room you're in. Pay attention to the sounds around you, the temperature of the air on your body. You may slowly start to emerge from this period of formal meditation by wiggling your fingers, your toes, moving your body gently, your hands and your arms. You can take a few long, deep breaths if you want. And being thankful for the time and the effort you put in this period of formal meditation. Knowing that every meditation, no matter how long or how well it went, brings us forward on the path of spiritual development. And finally, opening our eyes. If this brings to an end our formal meditation, if you do have time, I would invite you to maybe spend a few minutes taking stock of what happened during the meditation, maybe discussing it with a friend. I always find it useful to find a sort of a transition zone between formal meditation and normal life, so as to thank you, Laura, so as to avoid creating two different compartments in our life, where we have our life on one side and formal meditation on the other, and there's nothing in between. If you have time, take just a few minutes to let whatever happened during your meditation sink in. So thank you all for attending this morning. I'll lead again a meditation in a month's time, last Friday of every month. And of course, we'll have, I think, Shakyapada is taking a break, so don't count on my words, and check the schedule in the newsletter and in the emails and on the website. But I think probably we're starting again with meditations after September the 14th. But again, don't take my word for it. Check the website. Thank you, everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.